Yeah, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about the Blue Origin flight, the all-female, albeit brief space flight, 11 minutes among the stars, or at least the lower atmosphere, is done. It's happened. Katy Perry is back, everyone. Gayle King is back. It's okay. But they are getting a lot of criticism following this flight as being a massive waste of money, tone deaf considering everything that's going on, and particularly terrible for the environment. And that criticism, I think, is hitting Katy Perry more than anyone else, especially as this video starts to make the rounds again.
Hi, I'm Katy Perry. Let's take a journey and see how man-made climate change is hurting children around the world, because it's always children who are first to suffer from its impact. Over in East Africa, climate change is helping spread mosquitoes and malaria, which already kills 800 children every day. And the forecast is conditions will worsen.
Well, certainly if more rich people get to go to space, they'll worsen. That's amazing. That apparently is a real video. Every bit of it reads like a deep fake to me, but apparently it's real. And she's previously done this video, this work with UNICEF before, so that's good. But it's like this flight did a lot of emissions. Actually, one really fun way that it's been sort of compared to other also bad for the environment things is that 11-minute space flight might have been worse for the environment than Taylor Swift's entire Eras Tour run. And I think that's the plane rides of Taylor Swift. I don't think that's like everything having to do with it, but 11 minutes and it's not great. And so the criticism is coming. We're gonna have some other celebrities are criticizing this, and we want to start off with Emily Ratajkowski in that vein.
This is beyond Perry, saying that you care about Mother Earth and it's about Mother Earth, and you're going up in a spaceship that is built and paid for by a company that's single-handedly destroying the planet. Look at the state of the world and think about how many resources went into putting these women into space. For what? What was the marketing there? And then to try to make it like, I'm disgusted, literally, I'm disgusted.
I'm disgusted, partially because of the stunt and partially because she was moving a lot while she was filming that, and that's tough to watch. But anyway, I do agree with Ratajkowski there, and others piled on as well. Olivia Wilde posted $1 billion, bought some good memes, I guess, which it did. There were some, that's something we got out of this. We did get some good memes. Tom Smith posting me getting back to my apartment after running errands. I've totally been there, I get that. I like this one, this being longer than Katy Perry's trip to space, that one Taylor Swift song. That's pretty good. Some people have pointed out that it was shorter than Selena Gomez's social media breaks. And hey, back off. This is about Katy Perry, not about Selena Gomez, everybody. She's a national treasure. And then, of course, some people got into the substance, like Rhonda, who says, crazy how Katy Perry and Lauren Sanchez going to space for 10 minutes is supposed to inspire women. But the women who already worked at NASA are, checks notes, getting fired and getting their bios removed from the site. Now, look, to be fair, Katy Perry is not working for Doggy or anything. Although Lauren Sanchez is the fiance of the guy helping to fund that effort, so maybe it kind of works. And we'll get to more of the criticisms. Olivia Munn really piled on, and then we're gonna give those on the flight a chance to respond. But first, I wanna give you a chance to jump in.
I mean, I go back and forth. Would I have gone if I were invited? I'd never be invited, but I am drinking a little bit of haterade here. I don't understand why. Why are you going there? And then it was just the selection. And then, there was this vibe, not necessarily Katy Perry, but don't I look good in my Blue Origin suit that I felt like one fiance was, it just seemed so inside baseball. And then Oprah's crying and, singing during the flight. I love Katy Perry, but I don't stop. Come on, you guys. I think it's not necessary. It's not necessary, okay? There's nothing we gain from that flight, is there? Although, I know you'll get to Gayle King's response to the critics,
they're gonna make the case.
That irks me too, but anyway.
They're gonna make the case that we have gained something. No, everything. Actually, I'm kidding. People are posting some good comments about this. I want to make sure that I have them for a little bit. But let's go to Olivia Munn. She had a lot to say about this. So she said, "What are they doing?" I know this probably isn't the cool thing to say, but there are so many other things that are so important in the world right now. I know this is probably obnoxious, but like, it's so much money to go to space, and there's a lot of people who can't even afford eggs. What's the point? Is it historic that you guys are going on a ride? I think it's a bit gluttonous. Space exploration was to further our knowledge and to help mankind. What are they gonna do up there that has made it better for us down here? And I think it's a good point. Again, not everybody on the flight was a celebrity. There were scientists and things like that. But when you bring Katy Perry, that's sort of gonna drive the conversation a little bit. And so I understand that. Do I have a little bit of haterade? Perhaps. Would I have liked to have been on the flight? I don't know, maybe. It was really brief. Like, how much fun can anything that lasts 11 minutes be? As soon as I started that sentence, I realized I should have gone in a different direction. But I'll also point out, I took a trip to the North Pole on a sealing vessel, and I vomited for approximately 75% of that. So I don't think I would have made it through this trip in good condition. And I don't want to be known as the guy that painted Katy Perry's face with vomit or whatever. So it's probably for the best that I wasn't there. And look, some people will be like, get off their back. Why are you criticizing them? They're just celebrities. Talking about the celebrities that were on the trip. But like, that's all that they can really do as celebrities, right? Like, maybe they do something with UNICEF, and that's good. And we give them credit for that, by the way. A couple weeks ago, when Pedro Pascal was standing up for trans people, we did a whole thing about it. Giving him credit. I did the same for Chelsea Green on the same topic. And so if we give them credit for their symbolic things, well then, do they not then deserve criticism when the symbols are tone deaf? When it really seems like that this looks really bad and you just want to do this cool thing, and you get to do this cool thing, but you're gonna get criticized. I don't think that we're just being haters.
No, I think you're right. Although sometimes it feels good. I was having a bad day when it first came down, I saw, and I said, I just went off. But I just don't see the point. I still don't see the point. There is so much going on down here. It's this 11-minute ride. It looked like, girls who brunch, and we're going there. I understand there was some scientists on, and then the kissing the ground. And it just seemed manufactured to me. Did they take someone's cat? Why not take someone's cat up there and study and see what? Okay,
Yeah.
I just it's just not my jam. Sorry.
Yeah, it could have been though. I mean, look, if either of us was gonna be on that flight, it would have been you. You've been in She-Hulk and you've been in these movies. You don't even remember them. Like, you're not that far off of Katy Perry to begin with.
I would have a totally different take.
Probably. But anyway, that said, okay, let's balance things out. We've been critical. Let's give them a chance. If you enjoyed that, then make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming a member. So you're probably wondering, why would I do that? Well, when you do that, you get access to bonus content that I make every single week, and it's a lot of fun. You get custom emojis and more. If you join at tier 3, by the way, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself. And you'll get all that going forward, but you'll also unlock years of the back catalog. That is literally 100 or more bonus clips and top 10 lists and debates and more. So what are you waiting for?